Let's have a property tour, shall we? Brian Lebo here, and today we are out in South Summerlin, and we are in Ascension, which was built by Toll Brothers and Pulte, and today we're in a Toll Brothers model, and this is the first time that we've brought you into Ascension, and this home is absolutely incredible. So, like we normally do, we're gonna start off in the kitchen and talk about the flooring along the way. Now, the California coastal theme is so popular, and this flooring ties right in with it, that beautiful light French oak flooring. But whereas we're normally used to seeing luxury vinyl plank flooring, here we actually have engineered hardwood. So a little bit of a tear up, and it just comes across absolutely sensational. But this kitchen is awesome. So, very popular in much higher end homes. You don't normally see this in the sub $3 million price range, but here we have two islands, and I just love this. So this first island is monolithic. So it's a singular slab of leathered quartz that's 9 feet long. And we talked about this before, you can't have modern architecture without the waterfall return. So not only is it leathered granite, but because it's a full custom fabrication, they went with a 4-inch edge profile. So very, very monolithic, like I said earlier, and I love it. When you come back a little further, you can see we've got comfortable bar stool seating for 4. And then when we get to the next island, which we'll see in a moment, we even have cabinetry space underneath the island that's functional, and we could put an additional 4 bar stool seats so that way they can kind of talk to the chef. These people can be watching TV. Just an incredible, entertaining kitchen. Now over here on the left side, love this. This is our breakfast nook, if you will, but this is even more of like a formal dining room table if you want. But I love all the banks of windows, all the natural light. It's just incredible. And even here on the first floor, the ceilings are 12 feet high. So it just feels so spacious and welcoming. I love that. Now coming down a little bit farther, before we talk about this second island, we're gonna pivot over this direction to the left, because this is a very unique space. So on one hand, you could close this off and make this an additional pantry area. That would actually be very functional. You're gonna lose some of that natural light. But here you can see they decided to make this into like a desk area. So this is perfect if you have children and you wanna make this a little study area while you're getting stuff ready. You can see the height's a little bit lower, perfectly accommodates the children. Really, really cool and functional. Now, let's get back to the second island. So, whereas the first island, strictly for entertaining purposes with a waterfall return, here we return to a more traditional approach and we deleted the waterfall island. But one other fact, on the island, we have the 4-inch edge profile, and you'll notice on this island, and in a moment when we get to the other back part of the kitchen, we transition to a little bit more of a normal custom 3-inch edge profile. Coming down a little bit farther, we are under 3 million, so we have our singular Cove dishwasher, very lovely. We've got our undermount sink. Love this Kohler plumbing fixture for the kitchen faucet. And one of the best parts about this kitchen is the fact that right here in the kitchen area where you're actually gonna be making food and baking, you have a perfect sight line right here in this faucet of the television. So when you're in the kitchen, you can still be part of the conversation in the family room, even though it's very far away, and you can even watch television. So for the man eyes and man ears, this is checking all the lists. I love it. Okay, on to this side. We went from the leathered granite surface to the more contemporary quartz surface, and they decided to extend that quartz into the backsplash. So very, very modern aesthetic. We've got our shaker style white cabinetry extended almost all the way to the ceiling. And again, you can see the counter surface extends into the backsplash. Now, professional cooking options. We do have our Wolf Professional 48-inch oven and grill top, and we have the matching 48-inch ventilation hood. Perfect. So coming down a little bit farther, you can see there's just copious amounts of counter space. You see they have their espresso maker, but I love when we come into this area, you can see just a ridiculous amount of this quartz counter surface and storage areas. So what's really, really neat here is if you wanted to keep all of your tabletop appliances out of sight, you can actually keep everything into this area. Love that. Now over here on the right side, you can see this door leads us into the big walk-in pantry. And like I said, if this wasn't enough space for you, you could also convert that other flex space into another pantry. Behind me, we actually have the door that leads to the garage, and this is where your daily drivers are going to be. So this is your 2-car bay garage. This has the tankless water heater, and in fact, there's 2 tankless water heaters, and we also have an EV charging if you have an electric vehicle. So that's fantastic. All right, now that we've seen this area, let's come back into the proper kitchen and let's finish up this part. So behind me here, we do have our integrated Sub-Z refrigeration, a nice 70-30 split. Looks fantastic. And then as we come down, I personally love this. We have our integrated microwave, maybe not the best for the small children. We've covered that topic many times before, but I love this. As a 6-footer, this is perfect height for me. Again, that same quartz counter surface in the back of the kitchen extends over here. Just unbelievable amounts of counter space and tons of storage options. So love that. All right, now that we've seen that, we're gonna talk about the family room. But we have this transition area that I want to talk about. And this is an unbelievable architectural feature that kind of requires some explanation. So here we have our steel support post, and then we have a support beam. And the reason why that is because directly above us is a retreat for the primary suite, and it's cantilevered over this kitchen space into the family room. So depending on the angle that you're looking from there or over in the corner, it just gives a beautiful effect from that cantilevered aesthetic. Now, of course, we got to talk about the slider system, because you can't have modern without indoor, outdoor, ingress and egress. So here we have a massive 22-foot long slider that comes together right here in the middle. And on a day like today where it's 70 degrees, this is where you want to blow the house out and just enjoy this integrated patio cover, which we will get to a little bit later. But now let's come down a little bit farther into the family room. So over here we have our media wall, and we have a beautiful 72-inch gas fireplace. Beautiful. Unfortunately, the owners decided that they wanted to have a television console, so this is obstructing a little bit of the view of the fireplace. But for a more modern application, we would have all your audio integrated and you'll be able to use the fireplace. And this is an 85-inch television, so this gives you a sense of just how massive this scope and scale is. Now, one thing that's cool, well, I'll talk about this in a moment, but while the kitchen and most of the areas downstairs have 12-foot high ceilings, here we have double height ceilings, and this just makes this family room space just incredible. And right from here, this, you gotta see this. This, you can actually see this retreat cantilevered over the kitchen. And again, from a design aesthetic, this is so beautiful. And this is a functional space, especially if you have children. So here you can see this area off of the family room was designed for her daughter to play and kind of keep all the toys out of sight for your general guests. You could also make this into like a proper bar if you wanted to. We'll call it a flex space den, but really neat. All right, now let's finish up the rest of the first floor. We can talk about the floating staircase. Very modern, very beautiful. A wonderful option to have this floating staircase that emanates right from that support post. And depending on where you're at in this first floor, it just gives such an incredible perspective on the property. Now, coming over here, We have this closet. This is just a regular coat closet, but this also houses all of your smart home features. So all of your Cat 6 cables, etc., are all housed behind there. And then we have our powder bathroom. So same quartz counter surface that we just saw in the backside of the kitchen, above mount Kohler seat sink, and we have our shaker style floating vanity. Coming to the front, love the front door. So we have our glass front door, kind of like a pivot door, but more like a commercial door application. They've actually tinted this so that way during the day you actually can't see into the dwelling from the street. Very, very smart. Coming down this area, this hallway leads you to the singular bay garage. So this is where you're going to just store your items or put, your Sunday driver over in this garage. Still epoxy floor, still wonderful. Now, we do have an ensuite bedroom here. So coming into the bedroom suite, we go right into the bathroom. So we transition from the engineered hardwood flooring to luxury carpet. And then here in the bathroom, we have 12 by 24 inch porcelain that looks beautiful. We have a curbless entry into the shower, perfect shower, same white shaker style cabinetry and that quartz counter surface that we just saw. Into the bedroom, again, 12-foot high ceilings. Beautiful, love the color in the paint. And then this is really neat. So we have an abundance of natural light. And as you can see, we actually have a curtain wall of glass. You don't normally see this much glass in a normal residential property. Normally, if you're gonna have a curtain wall of glass, it's either very, very high end or something you'll find in a high-rise condo. All right, guys, we have successfully completed the first floor. Now, let's go upstairs. Let's check out this primary suite before we get to the backyard. All right, guys, welcome to the second floor. And from up here, I absolutely love this perspective looking down the family room. And because of all the modern railings and the tension cables, you can see through all these designated spacings. Love this. Now, there's a lot to unpack on the second floor, so let's start off with this loft area over here. So you can see this has been set up as a very casual seating formation. We've got a couple cigar chairs here. Just a great little space that you could utilize in numerous different ways. You could have this for the children so that their toys are upstairs and out of sight instead of using the downstairs area off the living room. But this would be a really cool vinyl lounge if you want to get a little record player and kind of just vibe out. Tell me what your thoughts are. What would you utilize this loft area for? Now, all the bedrooms upstairs are all ensuite, meaning it has its own bathroom. So you have a closet over here to the left. And one thing that's wonderful about this floor plan is even in these secondary bedrooms, we're on the second floor, we still have 10-foot high ceilings, which is really rare when you're dealing with a two-story home. Tons of natural light from here. And then we have our bathroom, again, because it's ensuite. So once again, the 12 by 24 inch tile. We have the same quartz counter surface that we've seen before, but in this one bathroom, we do have a bathtub. Obviously, you always want to have one tub for small children and fur babies. Shout out to Deuce. Coming down, we're going to come down this hallway and turn right, and then we're going to check out another one of the secondary bedrooms. So we have a hallway closet. Now in this bathroom, we do have the bathroom right here. We have another shower. This one doesn't have the curbless entry like we had downstairs, but still a beautiful shower. And then in this bedroom, you can see we have another curtain wall of glass like we had downstairs in that first ensuite bedroom. So really, really lovely. All right, now we're gonna come and check out two more of these secondary bedrooms. So follow me around this direction. So you can see we have a bedroom here and the laundry room we'll get to in a moment. So coming into the last of the secondary bedrooms, tons of natural light, still the 10-foot high ceilings, a little bit of a different configuration for the bathroom here. So we do have a privacy door, we have a walk-in closet, and then it leads into the actual bathroom for our toilet, shower, etc. All right, now let's come around the corner. Let's check out the laundry room area because this is a pretty incredible laundry room. So into the laundry room, you can see very, very large. So at the very end, we have our top of the line LG washer and dryer. And then we have a tremendous amount of counter surface space here. So for folding, for whatever you want to use, tabletop appliances like irons, you can keep up there, steam station, just a perfect size laundry room. All right, now it's time for the main event. So we've seen all the secondary bedrooms. Now it's time to check out the primary suite. And this is what I was alluding to earlier when we were leaving the kitchen. So from this perspective here, you can see this retreat that's cantilevered over the transition from the kitchen to the family room. And you can clearly see this post and support beam. Just a cool architectural design. Can't say that I've seen this in any production level home. So we come into the primary suite, and immediately over here on the left, we have our retreat area. We have double doors for privacy, and it feels a little weird. I'm not the best with heights, and this feels weird knowing mentally that I'm cantilevered. But again, a full curtain wall of glass overlooking the family room, tons of glass all the way through here. And we even have integrated electrical in the floor. So if you wanted to have a sofa here, if you wanted to have a desk, you could do both. So to me, it seems like this would make the most sense to make into an office into the primary. But you guys tell me, what are your thoughts? I'd love to hear some creative ideas for this space. What would you utilize this space for? And no, you can't make that into a closet. You'd be wasting all that glass. So don't say a closet, because that doesn't even make sense. Now we're in the sleeping quarters. Over here, perfect sightline with the bed, massive 85-inch display. This kind of gives you an idea of scope, scale, and size. And then here you can see we have our French door. This French door leads us into a really huge integrated balcony. So it's covered. You don't have to worry about any direct sunlight coming in from above you. And from both the balcony and the sleeping quarters, you can actually see the majority of the Las Vegas Strip. So at night, this would be incredible. It'd be wonderful to sit on that balcony, have a drink, stare off at the twinkling lights of the Las Vegas Strip. So again, a really, really great size room, not too huge, certainly far from small. But now let's check out this incredible bathroom. Once again, as we come into the bathroom, we have that 12 by 24 inch porcelain tile. It's very modern, very beautiful. Tremendous amount of counter surface space. Seems to be a recurring theme in this property. We do have dual vanities, and we have our makeup counter here in the middle. Tons of mirrors, wonderful, wonderful. Now we gotta talk about the shower and the bathtub. So first, really cool, very modern. We've got our floating bathtub in front of the shower. And I mean, check out this shower. I mean, this is a shower for you and your closest friends. Walking into the shower, we got a beautiful ceramic tile surround. We have the same flooring as in the main bathroom in the shower. And we transition into a mosaic style shower pan right under the actual fixtures. So we have our handheld. We do have our typical shower head. But I mean, this is a huge amount of space. Very, very luxurious in here. Coming down a little bit farther, over here on the left side, we do have our water closet. And then behind me, we have a really spacious, very large walk-in closet. All right, guys, we finished the first floor. We've now completed the second floor. All that's left is to go through that massive 22-foot long slider and check out what's going on in the backyard. All right, guys, welcome to the backyard. So through the 22-foot slider, we come to this beautiful outdoor area. So above us, we have an integrated patio cover. Obviously, we have recessed lighting, but we also have distributed audio here on the patio. We transition from that engineered hardwood into 24 by 24 inch porcelain tile, and then it gets segregated into this patio space. And in between the two, I love what they did, creating steppers out of those same tile and then integrating the artificial turf into it. You can see over here, we've got artificial turf. We have the entire backyard perimeter lined with bay laurels. So once those grow a little bit more, they grow fast, that'll provide extended privacy and a little more noise isolation. But again, you guys tell me what you think. I absolutely am wild about this floor plan. And again, it's the first time we've been in Ascension. We've got plenty more coming, but I really want to know your thoughts. What would you do with that area to the left of the kitchen? And then what would you do with the primary retreat? I always read your comments and I'm dying to hear what creative ideas you have. Well, special thanks to Gwen Edwards and Celina, my girls, for allowing us to film this incredible new listing of theirs. We've got tons more property tours on the way, but in the meantime, please help us out. Please like the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Deuces.